Welcome to On Set with Megan. Today I have the fabulous Lisa with us today. Lisa, so starting out, money and crypto coach, that is the title you go by. Tell us what got you to becoming a money coach.
So money is quite a triggering subject for most people. It's the most taboo subject on the planet. And I've always had a cool relationship with money. But as a result of that, I've always attracted a man who doesn't have a cool relationship with money. And so my partner and I got into really, really tragic, twisted, emotional stuff because he was riddled with shame and guilt, and I was riddled with resentment because I fell into a pattern of financially rescuing. And so I nearly left him in 2017, 6 months after our ceremony. And I went to America and I became a certified money coach to come back to see if this emotional, behavioral, spiritual what would work. And yeah, we celebrated our 11th anniversary now in Feb, so it works.
That is fantastic. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
So money obviously also has a very important element in a relationship between two people. How would you best say that people should be managing that element in their relationship? And before it gets to the point of divorce or splitting up and breaking up or hating somebody because of money.
So money is the number one reason couples split up. I didn't know that, but looking back, that's why I've left every partner before. The same pattern. We're all trapped in patterns. And money will either surround your love or it'll cut between you like a knife if you don't know how to talk about it in your relationship. So it's really, really important that in the beginning stages of your relationship, one might be a saver and one might be a spender. That's going to cause massive conflict. So it's to just be able to have a conversation about it, because communication is what it's all about. And that would make all the difference if couples knew, if we got taught these money behaviors in school, we wouldn't be in the challenges that we're in. But there's, if Alan and I were able to sort out our financial challenges because it was, very toxic, anybody can. It's just got to be both parties have got the same intention.
So what would you say then from that would be your top 3 tips to couples in a relationship when it comes to managing the money between them?
Have a money date every week.
Money date.
A money
I like
date.
That. Okay, so what is a money date?
So a money date could be, and make it cool. It's admin at the end of the day, and who likes that? So a money date would be, cool, my love, let's get all sexy dressed up, let's have a glass of wine or kombucha tea, whatever your thing is, and you sit down and you look at your figures, or that could be one date, and then the next week, so you make it actually fun, that it's not admin. The next day it could be like, let's educate ourselves a bit about the stock market, or the next week, and you 1 week is yours to decide what you're going to do in the date, so that you're sharing, because often you fall into a partnership where one is more responsible than the other. And if that one partner dies, and then the person who's still alive has suddenly fallen into this responsible role when they've never taken control of the money, that's a big problem. Okay. So it's to prevent all of that. Prevention is better than cure, in my opinion.
No, it definitely is. So first tip is money date once a week. What would
yeah,
the second tip be?
Yeah, to really watch your spending. You don't want to be too frugal, but a lot of people eat their money. What I mean with that is they will go out and, it's so funny with alcohol. Nobody will look at how expensive a drink is when you're at a bar and you'll end up buying all your friends' drinks. But when it comes to making really practical, logical, lifelong decisions like investing, you don't want to look at that, oh, that's too much. Oh, you put into an investment like 1,000 Rand a month or whatever it is, and that's like too much. So it's to become quite savvy about things because you can't just live for today. So
it's very true. I mean, it's the same decision around, trying to rent something versus going out and spending that same amount of money on a weekend out. So yeah, it's definitely, I think we don't always take into consideration how much we spend on the negative things in life and not necessarily the things that are going to almost pave the way in our future going forward.
Yes, and prevent stress.
Yeah. And then your third tip would be?
My third tip would be don't get caught up with keeping up with the Joneses. You are enough. You don't have to pretend that you are all flash and got all the biggest car. Like, always make sure that as you start earning more money, that you are investing that. Because a lot of people, you can't wait to get paid more money. You get paid more money, but then you get a more expensive car, or you get a bigger house. Rather play small so that you can rather invest, so that when you just end up preventing stress and challenges, which is so much more beneficial.
That third tip is definitely incredible advice, and I think it almost comes in especially with parents when your kids are in school and there's that pressure of you needing to keep up with what those parents are giving their kids. But I think everybody has a different lifestyle, and we really do need to try and bring ourselves back to the point of just feeling like we are enough and what we provide is enough.
Yeah.
So in closing of our money topic, what would be your closing inspirational line to people about how to manage their money and what they should be aiming for financial goals?
So trading time for money, really look at that. If you're trading time for money, there's only a certain amount of money you are ever going to make. And if you look at the cost of inflation, that's something to really look at, because so many people don't look at the numbers. And there's not enough time in the day. We can all make more money, but none of us can make more time. So to be aware of that trading time for money and to look at how you can invest in assets that can bring in money that doesn't involve your time. So that's definitely something. And because this is for entrepreneurs, right? Like when you start a business, you need to have a new economy mindset of, you don't want on the first of the month be having so many overheads before you've brought any money in. So you're sabotaging yourself. Rather, try and start a business where you've got no overheads or minimal overheads, because that just alleviates so much stress.
But I think that can be related in people's personal lives as well, not just necessarily with entrepreneurs. If you're starting with anything in life, try start as much debt-free as possible.
Yes.
Almost have no debt if you possibly can. Let that be your financial goal.
So not if you possibly can. I'm going to correct you there, because everybody can live debt-free. It just takes making the right choices early on. If you can like so many people have got so much consumer debt. You know, how are you going to get out of that? And I'm not just talking about personal consumer debt. I'm looking at the global infrastructure. How much debt is there? Yeah, it gets me very triggered.
I can see
debt
that.
is not cool.
So what we're going to do from this point is let's get triggered in our next topic with you, where we are going to talk crypto. I know that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Cool.
I have become kryptonized.